Hello and welcome to the What's Going On podcast, which is being held at Grooveschool within Three Space International House. And today our lovely guest is Samara Milford from the wonderful organisation Black Thrive. How are you, Samara?
Hi, Tahlee. I'm fine, thank you. Thanks for having me here.
Oh, absolute pleasure. We like to know what's going on. So, for anyone meeting you for the first time, who are you and what does your organisation do?
Well, as you said, my name's Samara. I've been working with Black Thrive Lambeth for the last... I tried to work this out today, but it's over 4 years now.
Fantastic.
Which is amazing for me, being a mum of four.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I understand you've been wrapping up a big project recently as well. Is that what you've been saying to me when I passed you in the hall?
Yes, yeah. So we're just wrapping up, we'll finish at the end of this month. A 3-year project we'll be working with the South East London NHS ICB, Integrated Care Board.
Fantastic.
Where we've been working within schools across South East London, so 6 boroughs.
Wonderful.
And lots of schools within that. So we've spoken to hundreds of kids, loads of parents and teachers, and it's all finally coming to an end.
Amazing.
Yeah.
This must be very satisfying.
Yes.
So how did you get into this work? What moment or experience first pushed you into the direction of Black Thrive?
Well, personal experience, actually. So lived experience, which is one of the key words that we use a lot in Black Thrive. But right. I struggled with my own children. I have 4, finding the right support for mental health issues within our family. And after several years of really coming up against brick walls and struggling a lot, I came across Black Thrive and had the opportunity to start working with them, and that really motivated me to support other families.
Fantastic.
Going through the same thing and being an advocate for those families. So.
Wonderful. And there's nothing like first-hand experience to kind of make you realise where there's gaps in the system.
100%. Also, I'm very vocal, and I know that people need that. Sometimes they're not brave enough to speak out, or there's a bit of shame around certain subjects. And I'm very adamant that that's not going to be my story or anybody else's. Like,
amazing.
We all deserve the same.
That's what
support.
People need to see. People need to see that, we're all human, and that if things are happening to us, and that there's support out there, and it can be tailor-made to your specific needs.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. So what drives you now within Black Thrive? What's the heart of your mission? And what change are you working to sort of change within the community or within your wider focus there?
So Black Thrive is global. We have different arms across the UK, so Haringey, Birmingham, and we are all working towards the same outcome, which is equity in Black communities. So not just surviving but thriving, and working within Black-led organisations. And
do you partner up with any other organisations to achieve that, or do
all like VCSE, so local community, ground level. What's the word? So perimenopause brain. So just basically community.
Specific to the area?
Yes,
so, for example, one's in Lambeth and one's in Haringey.
So like, for example, we work with Class 13.
Right, okay,
which is an amazing charity that go into schools and re-educate about school systems, about how to make sure that the curriculum isn't basically like missing out on what Black children need. So
fantastic.
That's a really poor description, but they're amazing anyway. We love them.
Okay, that's amazing. And it's wonderful that you found other organisations that support you in the work that you do as well. So obviously you've got support in Lambeth, and there's also Black Thrive, you said, in Haringey?
Yeah, and in Haringey, and all basically working towards the same goals. So I think the main thing for Black Thrive and being Black Thrive Global is that we are really focused on systems change, not just it's important for our local communities, but also to take it further so that it's not just a flash in the pan.
Exactly.
We're working to change systems within hospitals, within schools, within policing, and influence and change how those very biased systems work.
Right. and can actually grow and change as a result.
Yeah.
So obviously you'll be starting off with a kind of an educational front, and as those kids get older, I suppose you can take them and guide them through other areas and aspects.
And absolutely. And actually with working with young people, we can change the narrative for them as they grow up, so they're not going into crisis as adults. So my work within the Children, Young People and Families arm of Black Thrive means that we are it's preventative. Which prevention's always better than cure. Absolutely.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, it's great that you've got so many outreaches into different aspects of the community as well. So what impact are you most proud of at the moment with what you've been doing? I mean, we touched briefly on the fact you're just wrapping up a big project at the moment.
Yeah, so for me, that the impact will be having reflection sessions, especially with NHS and South East London, and talking about how the work that we've done together, how this is absolutely the first time it's ever been done, how they want to then use this to inform on other projects that the NHS work on, which means that it's not just the people with the money telling everybody else, filtering down what they need, but actually the ground up,
roots up.
That for me is just so magnificent.
Amazing.
It's so impactful. But we're doing
4 years is a long time.
It is. But there's so much happening within Black Thrive. Like, as I said, our stream of work is just children, young people and families, but we have research, we've got communities, we've got LGBTQI. So if you ever get a chance, get onto our website. We've got on our socials as well, and we've got impact reports so you can actually see the work that we're doing.
And I'm so glad you touched on that, because that's something we will be saying towards the end of the podcast is how people can get in touch with you, because that's really important. So basically, now that you're doing this, and what change do you feel that when this project comes, what's the next thing that comes up for you? What's next for Black Thrive as an organisation, and even for you personally, because obviously you're wrapping this up, and what's next? Because 4 years is a long time to be working on a specific thing.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a long time. We actually we're still working on a collaboration with South Bank. They've got the 175 years anniversary, or 75 years anniversary, maybe I got that wrong, coming up. And so we are working with two groups of young people, 14 to 16, and then 16 to 18, and then 18 to 25.
Okay,
and
so it's quite a big age group.
Yeah, so we've got loads of, so basically they're influencing all the activities and all the celebrations that are going to be happening next year.
Fantastic.
So that's one project we're still working on, and we're still working with.
Is that across the board? Is that things like programming or
programming,
the stage decorations, things like that?
100% across the board. Asking, what do you want to see? Who do you want to be there? How do you want to celebrate it? How are we going to get this into Black communities? But South Bank is for everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And then we're also collaborating with, it's called Fund the Hubs. So it's for young hubs across the UK. There's legislation going into government. So we're speaking on that as well, about making sure that Black communities are heard and included in what they need in their communities to support them.
Yeah, amazing. But especially with things like the arts as well, because it's not just education. I mean, there's so many areas that are important for people to get involved in, and kids are so diverse that, it's important that they find something that clicks with them.
Absolutely.
So if you have fingers in many different pies, then obviously you can help guide them into those areas, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's great. Very exciting.
I mean, so for me, long term, I can't ever imagine leaving Black Thrive.
No.
I'm at the later age of my life. And I've got 4 children, and honestly, the 3 days I'm here are the best days of my week. I absolutely love the work I'm doing.
Well, it sounds like they deserve you, because you're obviously enthusiastic and you're doing great change in the community, and that is what we like to see.
Thank you.
Sounds like you're doing amazing work with Black Thrive, but I would just want to ask you a couple of things about you now. So obviously you're connected to Three Space. How did you get the connection to Three Space? Was that via Black Thrive, or did you know other people in this community, or what's the connection for you to Three Space?
So it's a really interesting connection. Yes, in the last few years, definitely because of Black Thrive, but I've lived in Brixton for over 20 years, and this building used to belong to the council.
Aha.
So I've been in this side of this building when it was council owned.
Wow,
It wasn't a great experience, but we made it through. And actually, sometimes I do think about the juxtaposition of what was at the time felt a bit like harmful for me, and now being in the building that now creates so much joy and so much support and love for everybody. So different sides. Yeah. And I'm so happy and so grateful that this place exists as it does now. And that's what Brixton needs and Lambeth needs. 100%.
Absolutely. Well, we always ask people when they come here about their connection to Three Space, because obviously the podcast is about, what's going on, but also the connections of the people within the building, because we see so many organically amazing connections here.
Yeah.
Across organisations, across different groups, and some that are quite surprising, some that we wouldn't expect. But we find that people reach out where there's goodwill and kindness, that
Absolutely.
we find people connecting across all sorts of platforms here, from art to music to donating things to support.
Yeah, so I think we're going to be Grooveschool going to be supporting us on a podcast to share the outcomes of that project that we were talking about.
Fantastic! So you'll be back in the hot seat. You'll be back here sooner than you know. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so we've worked with Prop Up, which has been amazing for some of our projects that we've done, where we've created spaces for children to.
I think Prop Up have supplied stuff.
Oh my
to
gosh,
half the building. Every time we need a wonderful set, shout out to Prop Up. They've given us chairs
Brilliant,
and
guys.
settings and plants and all sorts of stuff to create.
We've worked with Juvenis, we've worked with Class 13, Black
curriculum.
Black curriculum, yeah.
Amazing. They're your neighbours, I think, aren't they?
Next door to us.
See, that's perfect.
There's just so many people we've connected with, so yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, obviously, I'm very biased. I think Three Space is an amazing connector, and that we're lucky to have all these amazing connections.
Don't go, please don't go.
I mean, it's something this magical. It's a unique experience.
Absolutely.
So, just for you being a Brixton girl, this is a bit more informal now. What's your favourite thing about Brixton? Have you got any secret spots you want to share with people? Any places that you'd like to let us in on? Anywhere that you'd recommend for food, or just from little nice places to wander around? Or?
Oh, well, the village is always great, and I love Mama Lan, which is like this Chinese street food.
I know Mama Lan.
And I go so often now; they give me 10% discount. Bao ban. But honestly, it's a whole package. You can go out if you went out 5 nights a week, you'd have a different night every night, and it would still be brilliant. There's so much going on.
We had the girls from We Rise in here recently, and they nearly gave us the name of their favourite bar, but they didn't quite. They said they were prepared to say that it began with an F, and that was it. So I have an inkling what bar that it might be in the market, but apart from that, they were quite tight-lipped. So thank you for being a little bit more generous about Mama Lan. It's nice to know that some people are prepared to share.
Yes. I'm always prepared to share.
Wonderful. And any final philosophical musings for us, Samara?
No, but just do what makes you happy. What makes you happy, and we're all together in this world. We've got to support each other, right?
Together, yeah, exactly. Well, look, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you today. Thank you for telling us about the great work that Black Thrive do. We'll be looking out for your podcast in conjunction with Grooveschool next.
Absolutely.
And if people want to get in touch with you or with Black Thrive, what's the best way to do that if they want to help or support or show their support in any way? Do you have an Instagram or a website?
So yes, we've got Black Thrive Instagram. Don't know what that is, but we'll find it. Google it, yeah. Or Instagram it. We have our page. We've got contact us. There's loads of different ways.
Is that like a blackthrive.org or blackthrive.com?
.org, yeah. But even if you just
Google Black Thrive,
Google it. Google.
And are there opportunities for people to get involved?
Yes, we've got vacancies at the moment. So yeah, definitely hit us up. With the living wage. And also, if you end up
to work.
Absolutely the best team ever. It's
If anyone's looking for an opportunity out there, maybe you can hit Samara up and get involved with Black Thrive, a very, very worthwhile organisation. So I will say thank you once more for coming along to What's Going On, and I will see you in the building.
Thank you, Tahlee. Thanks for having me.
You've been listening to the What's Going On podcast here at Grooveschool at Three Space International House.